Nina Daig held a secret in Beaverdam, Virginia, where everything seemed to gently hum with the beat of small-town life. 3 churches, a petrol station, and limitless fields of dreams. She had dedicated 25 years to writing songs that no one had ever heard. Lyrics and melodies murmured to the walls of her family's restaurant, where she cleaned dishes and handled payroll, were written in notebooks tucked beneath her bed. Although singing was her haven, it was kept secret like a treasure she wasn't sure the world should see. Until her name was called by American Idol. Nina never saw herself performing on a stage. She and her brother Joey were a wild couple growing up, so similar in age and disposition that people thought they were twins. In a world that didn't always comprehend him, Joey, who was 3.5 years older, was her idol. Due to brain injury, he was born without breathing and had the mental capacity of a small toddler. However, Joey's heart was a blaze of happiness, unaffected by looks or criticism. With a firm voice and proudly sparkling eyes, Nina told the judges, "He's just happy being him." I learned to trust myself from him. Gaining that trust wasn't easy. Nina's skill was surrounded by barriers due to her fears. As she strummed her guitar in the dark, the voice in her head murmured, "You're not good enough. Nobody wants to listen to you." But those reservations were eroded by Joey's unapologetically funny and unapologetic dancing through life. During a shift at the restaurant, Nina froze as her flip phone buzzed with the American Idol email. A follow-up? For her. Joey's smile when she informed him sealed her doom, even if it felt like a joke. He clapped his hands as if he knew Nina would shine and exclaimed, "You have to sing." Nerves and noise filled the New York audition day. As Nina entered the spotlight, her feverish fists gripped her instrument. Luke Bryan, Carrie Underwood, and Lionel Richie, the judges, looked on with interest and kindness. "Have you ever done a live performance?" Luke leaned forward to inquire. Nina chuckled unsteadily. "No, I only compose music. They're not public knowledge. You are the first person for whom I will sing." The weight of her confession hung in the air, and the room fell silent. Carrie smiled softly. "Nina, that's courageous. Let's listen to it." She inhaled deeply as her fingers found the well-known chords of the song she had composed for Joey, Average Joe. Every line was a love letter to the brother who had shown her what courage looked like. And it was more than just a song. It was a part of her soul. Her voice shook as she sang, unrefined and raw, but it conveyed a reality that filled the room. And it didn't make any difference / the laughs or the cries or the tears from my eyes / I'm done asking why because I've seen the light / God made me for you / to help you get through / and you for me to set my heart free. The words poured out, describing Joey's fortitude, the looks they'd shared, and the lessons he'd taught her about love. With her eyes closed, Nina briefly found herself back in Beaverdam with Joey, laughing beneath the stars. She didn't see Luke's smile grow as her voice gained power, Carrie wipe away a tear, or Lionel nod respectfully. Silence held the room captive as the last note faded. Nina opened her eyes, anticipating criticism. Carrie was the first to speak, her voice full of passion. "Given that you're not used to sharing your song, I think it takes a lot of courage on your part. Were all the notes flawless? No. However, we sensed your heart." Leaning closer, Lionel's eyes were warm. "Nina, you have a talent for telling stories. That is uncommon." Ever the cheerleader, Luke continued to compose from that location. "That's how you become a really talented songwriter. There are so many aspects of your voice that I adore." Nina gasped with surprise. Accolades? From them? She had anticipated criticism and possibly rejection, but their remarks were like sunlight penetrating clouds. They saw the tale she had carried for so long, not just the nervousness or the flaws. Nina cried while laughing when they gave her the golden ticket after they cast their votes, which were 3 thunderous yeses. She gripped the ticket as if it were a promise backstage, saying, "His smile as radiant as the Hollywood sign." With his arms thrown around her, he said, "Nina's a star." While the cameras caught their happiness, it was more than simply the ticket for Nina at that moment. It was about coming out of hiding and respecting Joey's faith in her. Although she had performed for him, she had also released herself in the process. When the program aired on March 23, 2025, the internet was buzzing. Reddit and Twitter users praised Nina's sincerity and referred to her audition as a tearjerker. One post said, "Whether we had experience or not, we only needed to hear Nina's heart." Although her voice is unpolished, that song, unadulterated magic. Nina Daig's Average Joe is amazing, another admirer commented. She will become a huge star. It appeared that the world was eager to learn her secrets. Hollywood, a fresh mountain to climb, was the approaching week. With her confidence still brittle, Nina understood she needed to improve on her voice. However, she recalled Joey's courageous nature as she packed her belongings. He had taught her to accept her imperfections. He, and the girl who had earlier felt her songs weren't good enough, would be the focus of every practice and note. The eatery in Beaverdom was humming with pride. Now that their little hamlet was becoming a part of something greater, neighbors who had never heard Nina sing encouraged her. Once concealed, Nina's notebooks were now open on her desk, bursting with brand new tunes. Average Joe was only the first step. She was writing for herself, Joey, and everybody else who had ever felt invisible. Nina carried the truth Joey had given her with her when she entered Hollywood with her golden ticket. Love always triumphs over criticism. Her voice had grown from a whisper to a shout.